Russia is a neighbor of Azerbaijan and a country with which we have very active cooperation in different areas. And yesterday, during the meeting with President Putin, we broadly discussed these issues, our economic cooperation, particularly in the area of transportation. Of course, a big part is cooperation in humanitarian area, and we have more than 300 Russian schools in Azerbaijan, and people who prefer to study in Russian schools, they choose that. So a lot which we share in common, and of course as a regional, also regional and Caucasian country, because part of the Caucasus is within Russian boundaries. Of course, Russia will never leave this region because it is in this region. And I think that all countries of the Southern Caucasus must be interested in having good relations with Russia, based on mutual respect, sovereignty, territorial integrity, and mutual interest. I think example of Azerbaijan really demonstrates that this is possible. And by the way, this was also one of the topics which we discussed yesterday with my Russian colleague, that we managed to elaborate such a format of cooperation which it is mutually beneficial. There are certain phobias, there are certain stereotypes, certain propaganda, but I think in the case of Azerbaijan, you can see that it is too much exaggerated. You can protect your sovereignty, your independence, not formal, but real, your independent policy, and be in good relations with Russia. And this is absolutely possible. Just look at Russian-Azerbaijani relations. And by the way, we discussed it, there are many more peoples in former Soviet Union which are closer to Russia, either on ethnic or confessional ground. But look at their relations with Russia and our relations. So I'm sure that these positive trends will continue, and Azerbaijan is playing important role in the Caucasus, in the Southern Caucasus, and this role is growing, and it's only to the benefit. With respect to others who want to come, we need to treat it, of course, with special attention, and to properly measure our resources, I mean Azerbaijan, how we can address or influence this process. For us, the main concern, as you can imagine, is potential revanchist trends, and existing, by the way, revanchist trends in Armenia. And we have full right to be concerned, because Armenia launched aggression against us, occupied our territory, expelled a million people from their homes, looted our territories and devastated everything, destroyed 20% of the territory. So we have full right to be very seriously concentrated on everything what is happening in Armenia. And it is not that we are interfering into their internal affairs or into their relations with some other countries which are situated far away. Not at all. We never interfere in any country's internal affairs, and all our neighbors know it. But it is a matter of our national security. We cannot sit and wait, seeing how France, India, and Greece are weaponizing Armenia against us, and do it openly, demonstratively, and as if trying to prove something to us. We cannot just sit and wait, and we openly express this position to Armenian government and to those who want to take care of Armenia now. we will have to take serious measures if we see a serious threat to us. So far, those weapons which are being delivered to Armenia, some of them are dangerous, some of them are not, but this is not critical. So my message to Armenia is, and once again using this platform, don't do it. And again, my message absolutely should not be considered as something arrogant, no. Something which is not unaffordable. Again, no, I'm not going to interfere into whatever they do. It's their life and their country. But when they build military power against us, when they concentrate sometimes their troops on our border, we cannot be silent. This is now our security. And we have a right to be concerned. So my message to them and to those who want to use them as a forepost against Azerbaijan, don't do it. No matter how many weapons will be sent to Armenia, they have no chances against us. And Second Karabakh War demonstrated it. For only 44 days, we climbed the mountains which ordinary people cannot climb just on hiking, you know. And we did it with weapons, with light weapons, and destroyed the army completely. And then several hours of anti-terror operation when we put an end to separatism also demonstrate to them. And we, again, have no bad intentions against Armenia. We don't have any claims to their territory, but they should understand that first, these weapons will not help them. Second, this is dangerous. And my duty is to warn them and also to warn those who is behind them, who is manipulating them, that this is really dangerous and they should listen to what I say because they know that they should listen to what I say. My recommendation is that, and also, apart from that, Armenia can be another candidate for global confrontation. We have, unfortunately, these cases close to our borders. So they can be used for global confrontation between West and Russia. And if it's the best scenario for them, it's for them to decide. But that could be a catastrophe. That could be a catastrophe. And those today who promise them ultimate and continuous support will run away if the first bullet is shot on the border. I'm absolutely sure. And those so-called European peace observers, which are retired military and policemen, who use binocle diplomacy against us and demonstrate, I don't know what they want to demonstrate, they must be grateful to us that we do not respond. I'm sure they will run away if something serious happens. So this is how we see this situation. And again, the way to security and stability in the region goes through Azerbaijan-Armenian normalization. They must learn, I mean Armenia, to be a normal neighbor and to put an end to territorial claims to their neighbors. We see some positive trends, but this is not enough. It is only words, and we know how they can change their mind. In 2019, they were saying that Karabakh is Armenia, and that was a trigger for the war. And now they say Karabakh is Azerbaijan. I don't know, maybe in 5 years' time, when they're supplied with deadly weapons, they will say again Karabakh is Armenia. What should we then do? We cannot wait. So thank you for raising this issue, and I think it was a good opportunity for me to send a message to Yerevan.